Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
What's going on, folks? D546, and this is definitely a disappointing game, to say the least. Right now, we got about 2 minutes left. We just hit the 2-minute warning. And I mean, what can I say? What can I say? This is, like I said, a disappointing game. I'm going to pull up some of these stats because the Giants should have won this game. This is one of the first games I could honestly say in a little while where like we lost and it wasn't because of like how bad the team was. This is like us literally losing because of mistakes. The Giants ran for 136 rushing yards today. We had 167 passing yards. Did we have any sacks? Did that take anything back? Let's see. Dart had 163 passing yards. So, yeah, I mean, we had 160 something passing yards. We won the time of possession, it looks like. The biggest things that stand out in this game is 7 penalties for, I think it was 90 yards, and the 5 turnovers. Now, one of the turnovers didn't really matter because it was Dart on 4th down and he threw it deep, and it actually helped us because instead of them getting the ball at the 40-yard line, they got the ball at their own 5. So I was fine with that, but the 3 fumbles were egregious. So Darius Slayton catches the ball, is fighting for some extra yards and gets it punched out when we are at this point, I think still up at the end of the half. We're up 14-13, and we are going down the field to either kick a field goal to go up 17-13 or to score a touchdown. It looked like where we were moving the ball, it was going to be a touchdown. And, you know, we miss out on that because Darius fumbles, and I'm like, okay, cool. The defense holds them, I think, to a field goal, and they go up in the half 16-14. We come out of the half, put together another good drive, and we get to the edge of the red zone, and Dart throws the ball on the ground, just drops the ball. And, you know, they go down the field, and I say our defense, all they got to do is hold them to 3. They hold them to 3, and we go down 19-14. So I'm like, we're still very much in the game. And then we get the ball back again. We go right back down the field. Again, right back down the field. And Cam Skattebo fumbles the ball, and we see him yelling at somebody on the sideline about his gloves. So I don't know if it's really an equipment issue or he's just saying that was, you know, his fault. That was the gloves' fault. That I don't know. But 3 fumbles destroyed this game. And then at the end, when we're trying to stage a comeback, you got Illuminor holding people that he was able to block the whole game. Jaxson Dart for 3 quarters was sitting back there making coffee, you know, chilling, making coffee, cooking chicken fingers, all types of stuff in the pocket. And then in the 4th quarter, Illuminor and Runyon and all these guys are just holding all of a sudden. There was no pass rush the entire game until we got to the 4th quarter. So it's just upsetting here. Like I said, the biggest thing are fumbles. Without these fumbles, we win this game. There's no doubt in my mind. We gave them a touchdown on one of them. We gave them 2 field goals on the other. And it's just inexcusable. It's just inexcusable. And the line for this game that I put down money on underdog that the line for this game was 3.5 points. And we were underdogs, 3.5 points on underdog. And I'm thinking there's no way we lose by more than, you know, if we lose, it's going to be like a field goal. But no, we lost this game straight up because we fumbled the ball 3 times. And towards the end of the game, Jaxson Dart throws a slant route with timing to Bo Collins, who I've said a million times, what has Bo Collins done to receive a roster spot on the Giants? I continue to repeat myself. What has he done to receive a roster spot on the Giants? He made some catches in t-shirts and shorts in practice. That's all he did, was make some catches in t-shirts and shorts and make 1 catch over the top from Russell Wilson. Besides that, he has done nothing to make this team. Jalen Hyatt in preseason did nothing to make this team. They both were gifted roster spots. Lil Jordan Humphrey doesn't make the team. Montrell Washington didn't make the team. Two guys that had shown that they could be reliable targets in the preseason, and two guys that have shown that they could be at least fourth, fifth receivers in the NFL, and have shown that they could do that. Both got cut. Montrell Washington cut. Lil Jordan Humphrey cut. We keep Jalen Hyatt and Bo Collins. Guess what they do when you get out there? Nothing. Nothing. They provide nothing at wide receiver. They provide nothing at wide receiver. Where we literally have Wan'Dale Robinson and the tight end and two literal mannequins lined up on both sides because Darius Slayton pulls a hamstring. Is that a surprise that Darius Slayton's hamstring gives out? How many times has that happened? And I took my thing off, and it looks like we're driving down the field again. It looks like we're driving, but at the same time, you're not surprised that Slayton pulls a hamstring. There's nothing about that that's surprising. We go deep to Hyatt twice, and he's so busy trying to make sure that he forces the pass interference call, which he should have gotten both. But he's so busy trying to force that call that he's not even attacking the football. So Dart's throwing this to Skattebo right now. Skattebo's getting some yardage. And Skattebo should have gotten out of bounds, but who cares? The game's over. It looks like they might score a last-minute touchdown. Looks like they might score last minute. And they just tried to intercept Jaxson Dart's spike. But this game should have been won. It should have been won easily. The Saints didn't necessarily outplay us. They didn't really affect our quarterback from a pass rush standpoint. They didn't really. They had a couple of nice drives where they had a couple of 9-yard plays, 10-yard plays, and then of course they had that huge shot play. But other than that, this is a game that the Giants should have won, that they just pretty much gave up. And I'm just, like I said, taking a look at this game as I'm wrapping this up. But the score may change from 26 to 21, which wouldn't change the spread. I mean, it wouldn't change the spread for the bettors. But it's just disappointing today. Just disappointing because this is a game we should have won. A lot of people are going to blame coaching, and I'm not necessarily ready to blame the coaching staff for this loss. But what I will do is I will blame the coaching staff for not elevating Lil Jordan Humphrey. I will blame the coaching staff, as Dart tried to throw a fade at Theo and he just got strapped up. I will blame the coaching staff for not, and that's partially the GM, not working out Odell, not working out any other receivers besides some like special teamer for the Packers. We didn't do anything to address the wide receiver position. And for us to be in a situation where we were one injury away from Bo Collins and Jalen Hyatt being out there every snap is malpractice. That's malpractice. You don't do that to your rookie quarterback. And we're going to have to do this next week for the Eagles. Because let's say we go out and we do sign Odell Beckham. Do you think this guy at his age is going to be ready to play on Thursday? Maybe you could have signed a dude this past week and he'd be ready to play on Thursday. But now he's not going to be ready to play Thursday. Slayton isn't going to be ready to play Thursday. And you're going into Philly with Bo Collins, Jalen Hyatt on the outside, and Wan'Dale in the slot. Good luck with that. Good luck with that with a rookie quarterback. But again, this is a game, I'm going to repeat myself one more time. This is a game that the Giants should have left out of with a win by probably 2 scores. But because of Jaxson Dart literally dropping the ball, like oopsie, dropping the ball, Darius Slayton fumbling while we were in field goal range, and Singletary fumbling, not Singletary. Why Singletary catch a stray? And Skattebo fumbling while we were in field goal range loses us the game because that got returned for a touchdown, and it's just a shame. So I'm here on 4th and 9. Jaxson Dart. We'll see if we get a nice garbage time touchdown and the Giants false start. And that's, where you start talking about coaching, because it's the end of the game. Your team's trying to come back, and you get false starts. You get holding calls in Illuminor, man. I've been trying to get you re-signed, but today was not a good game for Illuminor. Today is not a good game for Illuminor. He had a horrible game today. He had a horrible game. So I'm gonna wrap this video up, and we'll see you tomorrow for the post game and actual, taking a deeper look.